As Outlander prepares to enter its eighth and final season, the anticipation is matched only by the weight of expectations. After years of emotional journeys, historical twists, and timeless romance, fans want one thing above all else: a meaningful and satisfying conclusion for the characters they've followed across decades and continents. But with signs pointing to Season 8 deviating from Diana Gabaldon's original book material, questions about character fates, narrative choices, and how the story will ultimately end are taking center stage. For many, Season 8 is more than just a final season. It's a farewell to a world that blended history, love, war, and time travel with unmatched depth. And the showrunners have a delicate challenge ahead: how to honor Gabaldon's legacy while also giving beloved characters the send-off they deserve, possibly in new and unexpected ways. Still, change isn't inherently negative. If handled with respect and emotional clarity, diverging from the books could allow the show to create a more cohesive and impactful resolution, especially for characters who are more in the background of the novels but became fan favorites on screen. Season 7 positioned Ian for a fulfilling storyline. His relationship with Rachel Hunter, a kind and fiercely intelligent Quaker woman, deepens into marriage. The announcement of Rachel's pregnancy gives Ian a hopeful future, a new family, a second chance at the happiness that once seemed out of reach. Fans deeply care about Ian's outcome. His sacrifices, leaving Scotland, assimilating with the Mohawk, losing his first child, and facing rejection from his first wife Emily, have all earned him the right to find peace and contentment. And the series seems to be honoring that arc. According to the books, after the birth of their child, Ian and Rachel struggle to name the baby, an endearing but human challenge that shows how far Ian has come from his days of war and inner conflict. However, this domestic bliss is soon interrupted when news arrives that Ian's former Mohawk wife, Emily, and her family are in danger. This leads Ian to a difficult but emotionally significant decision: to leave his wife and newborn behind temporarily to ensure the safety of people who once called him family. If the show chooses to adapt this part of the book, it could lead to a powerful moment of emotional closure. Ian isn't returning to rekindle anything with Emily. He's returning to honor the past, protect the innocent, and fully integrate the chapters of his life into a unified identity. One of the most controversial narrative choices Season 8 might face is whether to revisit the emotional ground already explored in Season 7, Fraser's near-death experience. In the final episodes of Season 7, Claire finds Jamie gravely wounded on the battlefield and, through desperation and love, pulls him back from the brink. It's a deeply moving scene, one that recalls the intensity of their bond and the high stakes of their time in the American Revolution. However, repeating this arc in Season 8 could prove risky. A second near-death, or worse, a fake-out death, would likely diminish the emotional impact of the previous moment. Audiences have already been through that roller coaster, and while tension is always welcome, narrative repetition risks predictability. If the show intends to put Jamie in mortal danger again, it must do so with new emotional consequences. Perhaps a sacrifice made for another character, a final reckoning with his past, or a meaningful spiritual transition if death is truly on the table. Fans aren't necessarily looking for huge plot twists or bombshell deaths. What they want are honest, well-earned endings. They want to see Claire and Jamie find peace. They want Ian to raise his child in love. They want Brianna and Roger to be safe. They want characters who have been through hell to finally breathe.
What do you guys think about this subject?
I welcome your thoughts in the comments. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and like our video. See you again. Goodbye.